Tweezy lies that he came up with Apartheid. That I can say blatantly. If you want, we can even have another sit down. You can call him and tell him he's lying. The person that was there, I can tell you what happened. Apartheid, before it was just, I just said we had an idea that we're going to have to do a thing and then you're going to co-produce us. What was happening at the time, this is what's happening with Tweezy and his mindset. Remember, that was the year Tweezy had Sing Dope, he had All Eyes on Me, all those singles. Yeah, from Level. So he's there. You understand? AKA top 2 rappers in the, top 2, and he's got 3 singles, 3 lead singles, not just 3 singles, 3 lead singles. But he wasn't getting the love that he was getting. That's how he felt. I mean, that's hunger, that's youth, and I support that totally. And at the time, there were also things that were happening. It left. It left 5th season he was now working independent. Didn't have a management team at the time, so he was trying to break. Then he didn't want the SA Hip Hop Awards, and he felt snubbed, which I understand. It's competition. It's that hunger. You want to do the next thing. So we're talking to him. We understand whatever he's going through. EJ is talking to him, and understood that's what he was doing. So after they done the Bonang thing, I thought like, you know what, dude, let's just do. I actually proposed it for the first time. It was there. I remember I was talking to Tweezy and explaining to him what he was going to get out of it. Right now, you're saying the game hasn't given you credit for what you've done. You've lost Ganja Beats and whatever they took, which Ganja Beats was killing that year. So, I mean, kudos to them. They won the SA Hip Hop Tweezy wanted it. So it's like, next year I gotta get it. So I'm like, okay, fine. If you gotta get it, he didn't have a team. Let's be honest. He just left 5th season. He didn't have a manager, but it was like, I didn't say I want to manage him. But this is what we'll do with you. You work with EJ. EJ is on the next thing. I propose that he gets the executive producer thing. He didn't even know what an executive producer is, so let's not lie that he said he came up. I explained to him what an executive
let's break down this term executive producer.
People don't even use it in the industry. It's not cool. The thankless job. Executive producer. Pretty much what happens is what goes into making an EP is that when you're making an album, whatever body of work, there's a person who's basically, it's like a project. When you're taking it from the company, whatever, whether it's a small entity, there's a boutique label. It might not be labeled as that, but that is a project because it's got a timeline, it's got a deadline that you have to deliver by. There's certain things that you need to do. So, in essence, your executive producer is your project manager. He might not be the guy touching any beat, but he's a guy who gets your A&R, he gets your beat makers, who might not necessarily be producers, or your A&R might get your beat makers. You get your songwriters if you need songwriters. All the people, basically the whole team, they build that, and that's the person also given the budget to run with that. So that's an executive producer. You oversee everybody. That you timelines everything. If the company, let's say you're working in a big organization like the Sony's, or you're the guy that would ask, bruh, where's this project? We need this now. So that's what it.
To everyone watching, that is so different from just a beat maker.
Yeah, executive producer
oversees all the aspects of the project.
Exactly. So that's what we're saying, because that's what I told Tweezy, because Ganja Beats is aligned to Casper and they're doing well, and there's that, so there's that traction, and they're showing up on the MTV and whatever. People are getting to see what they do. There were people that are relatable. You just made beats, and people, as much as they love All Eyes on Me, that doesn't go to you. I mean, it's they don't see you. You understand? And people, that's how a producer works and whatever it works. Unless you become a Timbaland or whatever it is, and then these platforms, because remember they have to give awards to. There are certain people that are listening who decide that you have to get these awards. So what we told him is, you be executive producer. I'll help you with that because I understand what that means. But then pretty much he's executive producer, wasn't involved with all the other parts. He was basically he was the creative lead. If you look at our documentary line, I mentioned that he's a creative lead, which means you would create the ideas, would give him ideas, and I would still oversee him. You would shadow me, and then he gets the title. But I don't need to be anywhere in this. And then I would co-exec produce that. So we'd both get the producer's credits on that. But he was going to be the executive producer.
Yeah.
Back in the day, if you look at, I'd actually just listened to a DJ Premier thing that that brought this whole discussion. What is a producer? What is this? And I had to go back and look, hip hop, 90s hip hop. That's where I come from. That's what I listened to. Back in the day, you'd have a gangster album, one producer, one artist. Done. You understand? Even if you go back to the 80s, Rakim's one producer, whatever, done. That died when they claimed that Nas killed that whole vibe with one producer for the whole album, beginning to end. So I was saying, bring that back, because people are not doing that, and you tend to distinguish yourself. That's the value. That's our value proposition to you, because nobody does that. Yeah. And I've seen the chemistry between you and EJ. I'm not gonna lie to you. Tweezy might make with whoever, or EJ might work with whoever. We're not working with them, but I'm gonna tell them this: the relationship between those two. The chemistry is palpable. You can't deny that. There's no better, whatever. So I was like, cool. You get to do that. You have your artist as well. Because the challenge that you have as a producer, so this is him, Tweezy, as a producer, talking to him as a producer. If you just make beats, this is advice to anybody. If you look at producers and you look at the trend, how it happens. You usually have an artist. You need to have an artist. This is advice to you. People wouldn't tell you this in the game. This is a simple strategy. Okay. Mastered, he had a crew and he had his team that he made beats for. He wasn't making beats for everybody in the industry. You don't really get to pop off that way. You need an outlet to help with the consistency, where you can decide how music comes out. So get an artist to build that artist, and then Timbaland and Missy. You understand? You have that whole dynamic. Just Blaze, he was under the rock and he was doing the rock, and that was that. So you have to someone who continuously, and when he wasn't the lead guy at Jay-Z anymore, then he got J Electronica. Because you have to have a continuous outlet. Timbaland now, he doesn't have a Missy, he doesn't have a Magu to continuously put out his music. Or Justin Timberlake, they've slowed down the input output because of maturity. He went and he got a Tink. Because you constantly have to have that artist that showcases what you can do, and you have that control to give. If you're a producer, not a beat maker, there's a difference there as well.
Yeah.
Producer and beat maker. You need to understand that.